Hi, folks. Welcome back to Curtis Goes Corner. I heard about this and I looked it up, and it's called Swing the Election, Swing the Vote. It's from NBC, and it's very fascinating. And how it works is start with the results of the previous election. That's 2016, adjusted for demographic change since 2016. Now, how they did that, I don't know. Then adjust the sliders to see how shifts in turnout and support among different demographic groups can swing the electoral college. It's very fascinating. It's a lot of different scenarios. It's very interesting indeed. It's you can go different. Prevails with inroads among non-whites. Biden coalesces. Trump bounces back with seniors. There's a lot of different categories. We'll do the 2020 baseline for right now. And right now, according to this, if they use the demographics, Biden wins with 52.2% of the vote and 47.8% of the vote. Major party votes, I should say. Now, it's interesting. It has, of course, the red being Republicans and the blue being the Democrats. And we have categories of college-educated white, non-college white, black, Latino, Asian, and others. Now, it's very, very interesting here. It really is. I'll give you an example. Adjust major party support, adjust voter turnout level. Now, I think it has 12.5% of the vote was black. So we'll say Trump had 8%. So we'll just go up. We'll say 3 points. I don't think that's unreasonable. Trump's still short, as you can see up here. So say non-college white, he did pretty well. We'll say he creeps up just a little. 2%, I don't think is a ton. I think that's reasonable. And there it is. Look on top. He wins. A lousy 2% of college-educated whites and 3% of the black vote, and he wins. It's incredible. Now you notice the voting total, the popular vote, he loses. So let's try this again. Let's take a look at this. Look at Latino. Share of voters, 10%. And it was a 45% turnout last time. Trump had 28%. Let's go up 3% to 31%. No change. But at the same time, 3% with Latino and 2% for black. Let's see what comes out. Still doesn't make it. Say we got 1% more for black. Trump wins. It's really amazing. Just that little tiny bit can make a big difference. It's just incredible. Let's reset it and try something else. Let's say voter turnout for black was 57%. We're going to raise it and say it's just 60%. And then we're going to give Trump 3%. No change. We'll go up 2% in Latino. Still no change. Okay. I think 45% Latino is pretty low. So let's put it at 50%. I think Trump's made big, huge inroads with Latinos. I think he's going to get 30%. Still no change. 2% more with black. Still don't change. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go up 1% more for black. Still nothing. 12%. Trump wins. So if he picks up 4%, We'll try this again. If he picks up 4%, none of the totals change, 4% more black, and 2% more Latino, Trump squeaks by. That's how close it is. I find this fascinating. So let's go back here and check out the different scenarios. That's baseline. Biden makes a Sun Belt breakthrough, I doubt. Biden squeaks by, coalesces with the young and the oldest. Obama's blue wall. Let's try Trump prevails with inroads among non-whites. And I think that's true. They have him winning 312 to 226 electoral votes. Trump wins on that. If he prevails with inroads among non-whites. And I don't think that's so outrageous. It's 16% black, 36% Latino, and 33% Asian and others. Now let's drop them down a couple of points. Let's drop them down two of each of these. Trump still wins. Let's drop them down another percent. 15, and we'll go 30. Trump still wins. It's amazing. If you punch in swing to vote NBC in a Google search, you'll see this. And it's really amazing. Race and education, age. Right now, let's reset this. By age, if they use the criteria they used up here, let's go back to the baseline. By age, Trump wins. Start with the results of the previous election, adjust for demographic change since 2016, then adjust the sliders to see how shifts in turnout and support among different demographic groups would swing the Electoral College. See the examples below. All I did was go by their criteria for 2020 and went by age. Trump wins, squeaks it by. And 65 and older. Now, I've run in local elections before, and anybody above 40 is usually a heavy voter. I don't think that adjusted voter turnout level for 18 to 29-year-olds is 43. It might be. I think the 65 and older, 68's a little low. But maybe they're right. Maybe they're not. But if Trump just loses, we'll say 2% amongst, he still makes it. Say you lose another 2%. Still makes it. Try another percent. We'll go to, we're going the wrong way here. He loses it. Let's reset it. It was going the wrong way. We'll say 45 to 64-year-olds. I'll be 64 next month, so that's my category. We'll say Trump loses. Just 2%. 2% of 45 to 64-year-olds, Trump loses. That's how tight it is. Let's try this again. 65 and older. A very high demographic for voter percent. I've run in local elections, I know. 53. Let's go down just 2%. Trump still wins. Let's go down 3%. Trump loses. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. Now we'll say the 18 to 29-year-olds. Only 40% adjusted major party support. And it's 43% turnout. We'll say Trump just picks up 2%. Let's see what happens. It goes to 42. Trump wins. Now, he has 40. We'll say he drops a little. Some young people that are kind of mad at the president right now, especially on college campuses. We're down 2%. Trump still wins. We go down 3%. Trump still wins. We go down 4%. Trump still wins. 5%. And there it is. There's the sweet mark. 34%. Trump loses. 35%. Trump still loses. 36, Trump wins. That's how tight this is, folks. I mean, this is absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And I could play with this all night. And it's really fascinating. Here's the methodology to build a baseline model of 2020 presidential election. We started with the results of the 2016 election, measuring the support for President Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton by race, college education, and age in each state. Specifically, we use exit polls and data from the 2016 Cooperative Congressional Election Study to estimate each demographic group's partisan preferences. And it goes on and on how they did it. And I just thought it was fascinating, absolutely fascinating. You know, shows Biden flipping a few. Let's reset this. And we have it by age. States that flip, none. If everything stays the same with the demographic changes for each, Trump wins. So where can he lose? Race and education. That's where the killer is. Where does he have to make inroads? He has to pick up, we'll say, 4% for black and 2% for Latino, and Trump squeaks it by. So lousy. Let's reset it again and try it again just to double check. Goes from 8 to 12. I don't think that's a stretch considering the inroads he's made. And we'll just say the Latino only goes up 1%. Trump squeaks by. Let's try this again. We'll say it's 2% for blacks and 2% for Latinos. Trump loses. 1 more percent for Latinos and 1 more percent for black. 2% more, Trump wins. So that's 3% of black voters with the same turnout percentages and 3% for Latino, and Trump wins. I just find that amazing. 3%, lousy 3%. Anyway, I find that fascinating. I'm a numbers guy. I love this kind of thing. So I hope you go to, I did a Google search and put Swing the Vote NBC, and it brought me here. If you want to play with this, I think it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And anyway, folks, I just thought you'd think that was cool, and check this out if you can. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.